All right. Welcome to the live stream. Welcome to the live stream. As you join, I would like you to like the video, share this link. Once you join, I want you to share this link with someone who doesn't know that we are live streaming. We are going to be live streaming daily. So share this link with somebody. Let them know that we are live streaming because I'm going to keep government contracting top of mind. I don't know if you heard, but the government shutdown is over. The government shutdown is complete. So what are you going to do? Are you going to start bidding or are you going to wait for another potential shutdown so you can give another excuse? I'm going to be live streaming daily. So I want you to share this link with somebody who you know is thinking about bidding on government contracts, but they're not sure about the method. And as you come in, just like the video, subscribe to the channel because I am going to be taking you through a process where you could use artificial intelligence tools to search for your contracts, to break them down into simple language, and to find subcontractors that you can begin to engage almost immediately. And the most daunting part of the process, writing proposals that are compliant. So, like this video, subscribe. I intend to start at 4:30 on the dot. Share this video with someone. And by the way, I want to know who is in the house. You can let me know exactly who you are in the chat. But again, I'm going to be starting at 4:30 sharp, 4:30 on the dot. I'm going to be starting. And yes. Share this link with somebody. Smash the like button. Let's get these videos to as many people as possible. And if you can see the screen right now, it gives a very bold disclaimer because I think I have to talk to many people about this all the time. But using artificial intelligence tools will never guarantee that you win a government contract. The winning of a government contract is okay? How closely does your response align with the need of the government? That's it. That is it. So all this trying to make your proposal look like a GQ magazine or even thinking that this AI tool is going to guarantee that you win a contract is completely false. I just wanted to get that out of the way. Hey, I see you. I see you. I see you. I see you. Foolish to Pro. What's up, dude? Long time. Long time. Long time. I'm not too sure if I've seen you on the channel many times, man. Have you been following since the very beginning? It's great to have you on the live either way. Welcome. Again, we're going to be starting at 4:30 on the dot. Let me know who else is in the house. Let me know who else is in the house. I'm going to be live streaming daily, so share this link with someone. Smash the like button. Subscribe to the channel if you are not already subscribed. Listen, I want to go straight into the mechanics, the real work, the work that you're going to have to do to get your first submission in. Let me see. You are the guy from Canada. Oh, I think you added me on LinkedIn. Are we in the LinkedIn group? The LinkedIn school group. Let me know. Okay. Let's go into what we have. It's 4:24 by my time. 4:24 by my time, and I'm going to be starting at 4:30. I have quite a presentation for you today. I will be starting at 4:30. All right, we're going to be starting in 5 minutes. 5 minutes. I'm going to be starting in 5 minutes. Share this video with somebody who you believe is going to get value from this video because I'm going to be live streaming daily till the end of this year. It's going to be extremely challenging for me, but I want to keep government contracting top of mind for you. Again, I'm going to be live streaming daily till the end of the year. Now, I might miss a few days. You guys are going to keep me accountable. I'm going to do my best. But daily, I'm still trying to figure out the timing. But right now, it's going to be a bit random. Daily till the end of this year. The government shutdown is over. There's no excuse anymore for you not to be bidding. Artificial intelligence tools are all over the place. There is no reason for you to say that the proposal process is too hard. So I'm going to come in every day until I get a couple of people who have won contracts using AI tools. But as you join, like the video, subscribe, share the link with somebody who you believe is going to gain value from watching these videos. Share this link with somebody who you believe is going to get value. We're going to be starting at 4:30 on the dot. All right, AI government contractors. Welcome to another live stream. As you can see on the screen, there's a disclaimer. I get lots and lots and lots of questions about how AI increases your chances of winning a government contract. And it certainly does if you are looking at AI as a support tool to help you pierce through the administrative process. If not, if you believe by any chance that using artificial intelligence tools would somehow sway the contracting officers to give you the award, then perhaps you have the wrong idea. So I like to start this live today by letting you know this disclaimer that using artificial intelligence tools cannot guarantee that you win a government contract. But I'll tell you this, it can help you create a response that aligns with the problems aligned in the solicitations, and it can help you do it faster. In fact, artificial intelligence tools can even help you to duplicate the skill of writing responses and train someone else on how to do it. And the mechanics of using these artificial intelligence tools is what I am going to show you today. So again, welcome to the live. It's 4:29 by my time. I would like you to smash the like button on this video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and share the link with somebody who you believe is going to get value from watching this video. 4:29 and now 4:30, and I'm going to start the presentation. Today, we're going to be talking about how I use ChatGPT to break down any government solicitation in 3 minutes. If I can show you that AI can break down any government solicitation in just 3 minutes, then you have no choice but to grab my government contracting without tears bundle with GPTs and training videos because it's going to be the easiest way for you to understand a solicitation without stress. I know that's a big sentence, but I'm going to repeat that. If I can show you exactly how you could use AI to break down any government solicitation in just 3 minutes, then you have no choice but to grab my government contracting without tears bundle with GPTs and training videos. Instead of the bundle, I have even decided that for anybody who is able to stay on the live till the end, and for anybody who joins my inner circle, I'm going to give out the contracting bundles and GPTs for free. I'm going to talk to you about three secrets, three things that I want you to have in mind. Number one, you do not need to waste hours reading a solicitation line by line because AI can actually break down the solicitation in 3 minutes. I know it seems like I'm just repeating this 3 minutes thing, but the truth is that a government solicitation would have so many pages, hundreds and hundreds of pages. Some of those pages would be references. Some of those pages would be citations. And then a few of those pages would be the statement of work, would be the instructions to the offerer. What artificial intelligence tools are able to do would be to get you closer to the information that is yours and further away from the citations and the information that is not necessary for your submission. So you do not need to waste hours reading a solicitation line by line because AI can actually break them down for you in just about 3 minutes. Let's talk about that a little bit. I remember watching a video where someone was talking about a contract that she won and she was super happy. I remember her eyes lighting up while she talked about the contract. I remember that the contract was in real estate, was in a completely different industry that I have ever known. And I was thinking to myself, what would it look like if I was able to win a contract like this? The issue then came in when she started talking about the process that she went through when she was attempting to win this contract. She explained some of her experience. I remember thinking, this is insane. Is this something that I would ever want to do? She described spending days just trying to figure out what the solicitation was even about. And then she spent another week just trying to put together a submission that aligned with the solicitation that she was working on. And honestly, when I heard about this, I completely felt discouraged. I thought, if this is what it takes, then how can small businesses compete? And especially anyone who's a small business owner, you know that most small businesses are really focused on serving their clients. Not many of them are spending time learning how to use AI tools, learning how to go through government contracts. They don't have days and weeks to spend on writing proposals and trying to understand the solicitation. So I felt completely discouraged just hearing that this is something that could take potentially months just to figure out. But once I discovered that AI could break down a solicitation in just 3 minutes, everything changed. And not only was AI breaking down the solicitation in just 3 minutes, it was also getting me closer to the information that I actually needed to have. Now, our community members brag about writing proposals in just 1 hour. And not only are they writing these proposals fast, but the contracting officer is telling them things like, hey, you had the best technical section. Hey, that was a very strong proposal that you wrote there. The old way was slow and painful. And I know, like, some people love the old way. Sometimes I'm talking to people, they say, hey, listen, Godwin, I like to take notes on pen and paper. Some people love the old way. And that's okay. I'm not here to force anybody out of what they already know. But I can tell you that the new way is faster and it's more efficient, it's more effective because it gets the work done quickly and it allows you to work on many more projects. But secret number two is that you do not need to be tech savvy to use AI, especially now. Look, I want to let you know that AI is still in its infancy, and especially for the work that we're doing here, especially for government contracting, where AI tools help us with simple basic processes like using the search feature to find a subcontractor. You don't need to be tech savvy to know how to do that. Copying and pasting or attaching documents from sam.gov into ChatGPT. You don't have to be an expert in computer science to do that. Writing a proposal, moving the information from ChatGPT to Gamma or to Microsoft. You do not have to be a rocket scientist to know how to do this. So, secret number two is you do not need to be tech savvy to use AI. When I first started helping companies use AI systems or this system to write proposals, I remember many people feeling intimidated. Like this is this is one of the things. I'm talking to somebody who has 10 years of experience in cybersecurity, but they feel intimidated using AI to write a proposal. I'm talking to an attorney who has over 20 years of experience as an attorney, but she's intimidated when it comes to using AI to write a proposal. It's almost unreasonable, but I understand it's because it's completely new. And when something is new, people who do not understand it, it's either they begin to diminish it or reduce it, or they ignore it. They feel intimidated or they feel fear. And this is what I continuously notice. They say things like AI sounds too complicated. Hey, listen, I'm not really a tech guy. So what if I can't figure this out? What if I get stuck? And I want to be extremely clear that for our specific situation, using artificial intelligence tools to bid on federal contracts, there is a very simple, there are very simple features that we use. The search feature, we use trained GPTs. These are not extremely complicated. And that's when I laugh and I tell them, look, if you don't know how to read, copy, and paste, then yes, this will be extremely hard for you. But if you can do these things, then you'll be fine. And some people think I'm exaggerating. I mean this. If you do not know how to read, you do not know how to copy and paste, then this is going to be completely out of your wheelhouse. But if you can read, if you can copy and paste, and you can do it effectively, you're going to have the ability to actually turn in your first bid. And that's all it takes. You don't need to be a programmer. You don't need to be a tech wizard. You don't need a degree in computer science to begin to enjoy the benefits of artificial intelligence tools, especially as it relates to bidding on government contracts. And this is exactly why I built my GPTs and training videos. So even complete beginners can use the system step by step. Even complete beginners, if you want access to the system, I want you to click on the link in the description to join our inner circle. You have the ability to pick pricing that you want. I've set it up in such a way you can pick pricing that you want to join the inner circle. Three prices are available, but click on the link in the description. You can get access to our inner circle. AI is not complicated. It's copy and paste and follow the instructions. I'm still going to show you a demo on this live. This live is not going to end without a demo. So keep that in mind. I want to see the people who are going to be able to stay till the demo. If you want to be like any of our community members who have won contracts, like Rashad picked up a 600K contract. Christelle, many contracts under her belt. She said her company was awarded two government contracts today and many more contracts since she had joined our community. You can use the link in the description, join our inner circle community. I want to grow that community to about 200 members. But secret number three, people say that it's too expensive and complicated. And when I say expensive and complicated, I mean that they say it's too expensive and complicated for them to use AI tools because they believe that they need to get some very fancy software. They believe that they need to pick up one of the best, one of the softwares that have been created by some computer science geniuses. I just want to let you know that most of these AI tools today, oh, this one has been created by this guy, they all run under the same ChatGPT LLM. Okay, they all run under the same system. but all marketed in different ways. So one thing I'm going to let you know is I'm not teaching you how to use a tool that I created. I'm teaching you how to use the tools that have already been made available to you for a great price. Because if I create the tool, I promise you I'm going to charge you $10,000 to use the tool. But these tools are already available to you and you do not know how to use them. It would make sense if you have the ability to use them to your advantage before thinking about going into custom tools. But that's secret number three. People often think that they need some fancy $20,000 contracting software. And trust me, if you look, there are many out there with high subscriptions, with $10,000 down payments in order to use the software that does the exact same thing that all the other softwares in the market do. Or sometimes they think that they need to pay consultants thousands of dollars to have a chance at government contracts. I was talking to somebody who attended my proposal writing class. He had spent $20,000 on proposal writers and he never won a contract. So, guys, these things are happening. If you've never heard those type of stories before, then your ears and your soul have been sanitized. They've been kept free. Well, I'll tell you, I've heard these stories many times. People paying $2,500 just to get a sam.gov registration. People paying $5,000 to have one proposal written for a contract that they did not win. These horror stories exist. What I intend to show you is how you can begin to use artificial intelligence tools to break down the contract without paying a $5,000 consultant, to find subcontractors without having to be at the mercy of a guy who told you that he knows a potential subcontractor, and to write proposals without spending days trying to figure out what the first sentence should be. That is my intention with this channel. And the truth is, anyone who is telling you that you need to spend $20,000 in order for you to get a good proposal out there. If someone is telling you that you need to spend $20,000 for a software that's going to help you figure out the contract, I just want to let you know that that person is lying to you. And you need to be able to identify these lies. I'm not teaching you how to use a complicated tool. I'm showing you how to use ChatGPT in a way that most people don't even realize it's possible. A lot of people are out there talking about ChatGPT, but they do not know how to use it. So one of our members, Zinni, she won a six-figure contract using the same system. She didn't have to get a complicated tool. She didn't have to pay for a custom tool. None of these things happened. She used ChatGPT and sam.gov, went through contract, and by this time she has won more than three contracts now. And this was actually her second contract. Again, we are not using a complicated tool that we created. We're using the AI tools that are currently available to us. But what we are doing is that we are increasing our skills on these tools so we can achieve our goals. It is as simple as that. I'm going to take you through a demo, okay? And in that demo, step one, what we're going to do is that I'm going to find a contract on sam.gov. And a pretext before I find the contract on sam.gov, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use ChatGPT to create some industry keywords so we can search on sam.gov. And alongside with that, I'm also going to show you a tool called Sam Search. You can get Sam Search, you can get the discount with my name, 25, Godwin 25. But what I intend to do is show you side by side what it would be like for you to search for a tool on Sam Search and for you to search for a contract on sam.gov, excuse me. So step one, find the contract. Step two, we will use a trained GPT to break down whatever contract we find. We're going to use a trained GPT to break down whatever contract we find. And then we're going to find potential subcontractors in that same chat using that same trained GPT. And after that, we're going to call it a day. But guys, if you're ready to see a demo, can I just see a one in the chat? Let me see a one in the chat if you're ready to see a demo. I feel like I've been talking for a while. I just need one person to give me a one in the chat, and I know that we're ready to go. For the people who have been able to stay here from the beginning up until this point, it's been about 25 minutes on the live. And listen, I admire that because today, lots of people, their attention span is very, very limited. Within 5 minutes, They're gone. So give me one in the chat for anybody who is ready to move on to the demo. See you, Virginia. You got that one in the chat from Virginia. By the way, send this link to somebody who you believe is going to gain value from this. I am going to be live streaming every single day till the end of the year, breaking down a contract. By the way, if you have a contract that you want to break down, this is actually the best time for you to send it to me in the link. So I see Virginia in the house. If you have a contract, send it to me in the chat. I'm going to break it down. But I got that one in the chat from Virginia, and I know that we're ready to go. I am going to start the demo. Step one in the demo, again, is finding the contract on sam.gov. So I'm going to open up sam.gov here. And when it comes to sam.gov, one thing that I like to do is I like to search either by keyword, okay, or NAICS code. I'm either searching by keyword or NAICS code. And this is going to be my setup. Let me just set this up. A lot of tools try to automate the process of finding the contract, and some of the tools have been able to do this adequately. It's no different from setting a reminder on sam.gov. It's no different from um, it's no different from using ChatGPT to set auto reminders on contracts that come out. But what I wanted to let you know is that there is going to be some labor when it comes to searching for your contract. It's not all easy. There's going to be some labor. So I do not want you to get to a point where you're searching for a contract and you feel like it's taking too long. No, no, no. That is just how it is. So what I'm going to do here is first I'm going to go to ChatGPT and I'm going to generate some industry keywords, or rather I'm going to generate some NAICS codes that will, or generate some NAICS codes in 5 different industries. And I know you can't see my chat GPT screen. Okay, so we're going to generate some NAICS codes in a few industries. So, okay, some of the NAICS codes I have here are computer systems and design, home health care services. Okay, so I have home healthcare services, home healthcare services. And this is the NAICS code for home healthcare services. I'm going to click on search and I'm going to click here. Okay, check this out. We have Alexandria Prosthetics DME Contract Amendment O2, Home O2 Services. So this is home care services, sole source notice for the VA, Durable Medical Equipment Services in Montana. Let's look at what that's all about. Durable Medical Equipment Services in Montana. So I can see that this is service disabled veteran. Okay, that's cool. Let's see what else. It says durable medical equipment services for Montana VA healthcare system, as described in the attached solicitation. I see Amendment 5 will be posted. So there are a couple of amendments. Guys, take a look at this. Multiple attachments, including Amendment 5, I guess, uploaded October 28th. Now, again, another thing you're going to notice, you're going to look at something, you're not really going to fancy it, you're going to go to something else. Okay, so this is Watch at Direct One Program Home Sleep Apnea Testing. Just one attachment, and we have a description here. It's a pre-solicitation notice. Yeah, I don't mind looking at pre-solicitation notices. So look at this. It says this pre-solicitation notice only. The Department of Veteran Affairs Network Contracting Office has requirements for service. Okay, let's take a look at what this is going to be. I am going to download this attachment. Okay, this is for sleep apnea testing. And then I'm going to go into ChatGPT. Now, when I am in ChatGPT, I'm usually using a trained chat. I like to use a trained chat as opposed to the open chat. Now you can use the open chat, but a trained chat is just airtight. It's tight. Now check this out. I'm going to throw this into our trained chats, the AI GovCon, and I'm going to click on this bubble here that says break down this government solicitation. Again, I want to let you know that this government solicitation is going to be broken down in three different parts. You're going to have a solicitation summary. You're going to have a statement of work summary, and you're going to have submission instructions. Now, because this is a pre-solicitation, there is no statement of work summary, right? There is no statement of work summary. So what we have here is the Watchtop Pat Direct One program home sleep apnea testing. Sleep apnea testing. Okay. Services needed. Home sleep apnea testing. Now, look at the submission instruction. Submission method to be specified in upcoming solicitation document. So it's not yet disclosed. That's what a pre-solicitation is, right? So now we know that there's going to be some kind of sleep apnea testing, but no information has been revealed, which is completely fine. Now, I'm going to also go into SAM search because when it comes to using SAM search, then we are dealing with a completely different beast. This is an AI powered tool. It's all your government contracts in one place, whether you're talking about state contracts, local contracts, DIBs. If you want to find out information about subcontractors, you want to find subcontractors, you want to apply for grants, this tool covers all of that, which is pretty interesting. Now, what I want to do is I want to immediately go into searching for solicitations, combined synopsis slash solicitations. So I am immediately going to move into the filters. And when I go into the filters, I'm going to start selecting what I want. I want solicitations. I want combined synopsis. I want RFPs and RFQs. And I want contracts that were posted in the past week. Then you can go in and add your industry. Now, let's say the industry is something like paper shredding. Shredding and media destruction. One thing I really like about SAM search is that all the information comes to you at a glance. I do not really need to open this to find out if this is the kind of contract that I want to bid on. It tells me immediately that this was posted 3 days ago and it's going to be due in the next 7 days. It lets me know that this is a combined synopsis. The agency is the Department of Defense. Is this a product or a service? It tells me it's a service. So all that information comes at a glance. But to even step it up a bit further, they give you a brief summary. It says the Naval Undersea Warfare Center Division Keyport is soliciting on-site shredding services for paper and media destruction. This opportunity is issued as a request for quote under NAICS code 561990. It's a firm fixed price contract and it will be awarded, and all submissions must be sent digitally. I think we should open this up and see what it's all about. I'm going to go in and I'm going to, and it's also new, as you can see there. Click, clickable everything. So now it's letting us know that all of this can be clicked on. So I got it. Let's check this out. We have just one attachment here. I'm going to download the attachment. But one of the great things about SAM search is this. You can summarize this document immediately, and you're going to have a summary of the document right below it once you click on the summarize icon right here. So right now it's generating the summary of the document. You can also view the document without downloading it. Once you click on view, as you can see over there, we have the SF1449 and all the information about the solicitation without having to download it. So this is one of the benefits of SAM search. Again, user interface is fantastic. All the information is right there for you at a glance. But right now, what I want to show you is how can you break down this contract using a trained chat and doing it very easily. So here we have the AI GovCon proposal builder, and I have thrown in this PDF file. It's really as simple as saying, hey, break this down. Oh, I clicked too fast. So let me put this back in there. All right, guys, don't be like me. Wait for the entire icon to finish up. And once it's done, then I can type in here, break this down. All right, so in the process of breaking down this particular solicitation, a few things I want you to keep in mind. When the AI GovCon proposal builder is breaking down anything or producing any output, you must always make sure to read that output before you submit. There has been a lot of news about professionals who are either getting arrested, getting fined for not reading the output from AI and submitting fake cases, fake citations. This is not something that you want to be a part of. So I highly suggest that you read whatever output. Right now, it seems like it's taking some time, so I am going to refresh, or actually, I'm going to start a whole new chat, and I am going to grab that document again. Solicitation came with only one document, so that one document, we're going to throw it into Chat GPT like so, and immediately it's done loading. I'm going to hit break this down. Okay. So now it's breaking it down. Here's a full breakdown. Solicitation summary, issuing agency. It gives you all this information, but let's take a look at this. Let's take a look at the purpose. It says that the purpose is to procure is the procurement of laboratory cleaning and janitorial services at the measurement, science, and engineering department lab facilities, ensuring critical lab environments are maintained at specific cleanliness levels to support calibration and testing operation. Okay, so we have the purpose of this particular solicitation here. We have the location, we have the set aside. You see that the AI GovCon proposal builder would always give you the same output because it breaks down government contracts in a structured way. So you're never left guessing. The first thing that it's going to give you is going to be the solicitation summary. The second thing is going to give you will be the statement of work summary. The third thing is always going to give you is going to be the submission instructions. Now, before I begin to talk about the submission instructions, I want to guide your attention to the word summary and guide your attention again to the word summary. If you have looked at the statement of work at a 10,000 feet view, and when I say 10,000 feet view, I mean the summary, but you decided that you wanted to get more details about the statement of work, it's as easy as clicking on your transcriber and say, I would like you to give me a detailed statement of work. Now, what the GPT is actually going to do is, as opposed to giving you a statement of work summary, it's going to now go in and give you all the details of the statement of work as stated in contract. So this is the first part that I really want you to understand is that you are going to be given a summary at first. It's always going to be a summary at first, and then you can ask for more information. I hope that's clear. If that's clear, you can just throw a one in the chat. I want to know I'm still talking to some people here. But again, you can see now we have a more in-depth statement of work. But I want to look at the submission instructions because I believe that that's where most people's attention will go. When it comes to submission instructions, oh, this is the evaluation criteria. Let's take that first. Evaluation criteria is going to be LPTA, which is the lowest price technically acceptable. So technical acceptability, price, past performance. That is cool. Let's look at the submission instructions. You must have the standard 1449. I talk about how to fill out the standard 1449, technical capability statement, past performance references, and the pricing sheet for the firm fixed price contract. So again, like I said, with ChatGPT, we want to get information very quickly at a glance, and we want to be able to make decisions on the information that we get, and we want to do that quickly. Now, with what we have on the screen, I believe that you can make a decision on whether you want to bid or not. But today, that's not really my focus. My focus is showing you the mechanics on how to do three major things. The first thing is breaking down government contracts with ease. The second thing is finding potential subcontractors for those contracts. The third thing is writing a proposal that matches the problems stated in the solicitation. So now you have been able to make a bid or no bid decision. One thing I want you to notice is there's always going to be this type of follow-up questions that's going to get you through your company name, your company URL, all that information, so you can have more context in your proposal. But as you can see, we have been able to search for the contract. That was step one of this demo, search for the contract. Step two of the demo was to break down the contract. So we have been able to break down the contract using a trained GPT. And step three now would be for us to find potential subcontractors for the contract. So let me talk to you briefly about the Chat GPT search feature. The Chat GPT search feature. Listen and listen closely. Whenever you want to do research, ChatGPT search feature is the best to use because that is the research beast because it searches the web. Okay. So the best way for me to find companies that can potentially do this work, I'm going to use my transcription feature. As I have told you many times on this channel, I don't really do the whole prompting thing. I have no aspirations of becoming a prompt engineer anymore. Now I know that I can speak to ChatGPT in my own words and in my own language by simply transcribing my words. So if I want to start the process of looking for subcontractors after I have broken down the contract, I can simply click on my transcription feature and say this. Now I want to find subcontractors that can do this work. The first thing I want to know from you is what kind of companies can do this work. So when I ask ChatGPT what kind of companies can do the work, it's going to immediately start to tell me the kind of companies that can do the work. Like number one, clean room cleaning services, commercial janitorial companies with federal experience, SBA certified businesses, local California-based environmental services firms. So it's telling me the type of companies that can possibly do this work. And I call this the Uno reverse. It's when you tell ChatGPT, you ask ChatGPT, what does it take to do XYZ? And it tells you. And then you tell it to use that criteria to then do XYZ. So what I've done here is I asked it what kind of companies can do the work. Now I'm going to tell it to search for the companies that can do the work and create a list. I'd like you to search for at least 10 companies that I can begin to reach out to get a quote for this particular job. And I want you to present the information in tabular form. I want you to give me the company name, the email, the URL, so I can begin my search. As you can see, it's very easy to transcribe to ChatGPT, because I know exactly what I want and I can speak with my own voice. It's easy to pass the message across. And as you can see, ChatGPT is now creating a table of potential subcontractors. It's important that you go through each of these websites one by one by one. By the way, like this video, subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed, and please share this link with somebody who you believe is going to find these videos valuable. What I intend to do is to show you the mechanics so you can go out there and submit your first bid. I don't care about giving you the history of the agencies. I do not care about telling you about politics. I want to show you how you can, without spending thousands of dollars, use artificial intelligence tools to bid on government contracts a bit more easily. And if that's something that you want to achieve, you can throw a one in the chat. But what we have done right now is we've been able to get the company name, some URLs, and some contact information for companies that we can now begin the process of finding the quote, interacting with them to get the quote. Now, another thing I want to do, another thing I want to do right now is I want to show you, give me 1 second. Okay. I want to show you how you can begin to create your table of contents. It's very simple. The first thing you want to do is you want to ask ChatGPT about the evaluation criteria again. I would like you to explain the evaluation criteria, spell it out, give it to me with no details spared from the solicitation, but do not add any information that's not in the solicitation. Okay, so this is the solicitation evaluation criteria. Let's check it out. It says that the evaluation criteria provided in clause evaluation of commercial products and commercial services, which is incorporated into the solicitation. Here's what it says. The government will award the contract resulting from this solicitation to responsible offerers whose offer conforming to the solicitation will be the most advantageous to the government, price, and other factors considered. Following factors shall be used. So, technical capability of the item offered to meet the government's requirements, price, and past performance. Technical and past performance, when combined, are equal when compared to price. Let's read that again. It says technical and past performance, when combined, are equal when compared to price. And it says a written notice of award or acceptance of an offer mailed or otherwise furnished to the successful offer within the time for acceptance specified in the offer. Okay, cool. So we have the summary within interpretation, but the point of doing this was to get the evaluation criteria. We have the evaluation criteria spelled out. Now, for you to build out the table of contents, it is about building a table of contents that aligns with the evaluation criteria. And I believe that makes sense. Building a table of content that aligns with the evaluation criteria. So the way I'll do this, I'll use my transcription tool. I would like to create a table of contents for my proposal. And I would like it to mirror the table of or the mirror the evaluation criteria. And don't worry too much about mistakes. ChatGPT corrects a lot of these in your transcription at least. So check this out. Great decision. Since the evaluation criteria in the solicitation focuses on technical capability, price, and past performance, with technical and past performance combined being equal to price, your proposal should directly mirror these categories to align with the evaluator's expectations. Here's a tailored table of contents, and check this out. We have a table of contents with just 6 sections, nothing too long, nothing too lofty, because it mirrors the evaluation criteria. Guys, I believe I'm giving so much value in these videos. Like this video if you haven't already liked it. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already subscribed. And please send this link to somebody who you believe is going to find value in it because I know that I'm giving out some of the best value when it comes to the mechanics of writing a proposal for a government contract, whether it's on the federal level, whether it's on the state level, local level. We have people winning contracts with DIBS and the DLA, federal level, state level, local level. So again, like this video, subscribe to the channel. I'm going to go on because what I'm showing you right here, right now, is the table of contents. And the way you're going to go on with this is like the AI GovCon proposal builder is well equipped to follow up with what the next proper instruction should be. And that's why it says to you, once you confirm that this table of contents is good, we are going to move on to drafting the executive summary. Once I confirm, so I'm going to confirm good to go, good to go. And when I say good to go, guess what happens? It begins to, oh, you see, it takes me back. It says, I need you to answer these questions. These are the mandatory screening questions. The name of my company is ABC Ltd. We do not have a URL. We are subcontracting the work, but we would not want to name our subcontractor in the contract. We would prefer to call them local providers or team. Find the right phrasing that's just going to match with the proposal perfectly. So as you can see, when it comes to speaking to ChatGPT, I'm super fluent. I can go through the process very fast. You might have to come back and rewatch this video to follow the steps, But this is the level that you can get to where you're super fast and you're moving through that proposal very quickly because like the lady I was watching who it took her about 5 days to write one proposal, right now it can take you 2 days. I don't want to say it's going to take you 3 minutes. I know that was the tagline of the video, but let's be realistic. It could take you 2 days to pump out that proposal if you're really taking your time. But check out this executive summary. What does it say? It says ABC Ltd is pleased to submit this proposal in response to solicitation issued by the Naval Surface Warfare Center, Corona Division. Our proposal offers a comprehensive solution for laboratory janitorial and clean room services tailored to the operational and regulatory standards required by the Measurement Science and Engineering Department. With a disciplined approach to service delivery, ABC Ltd brings deep experience managing mission critical cleaning tasks in controlled laboratory environments. We are committed to meeting all technical performance and compliance requirements outlined in the statement of work with a special focus on clean room protocols and ISO. And it begins to quote some of those really important things. To ensure consistent and localized execution, ABC Ltd will leverage the capability of our local provider team, a trusted group of technicians and facility support professionals located near the NSCC Corona Division. The team has demonstrated track records of maintaining critical environments, and they are fully prepared to implement all protocol required for safe and effective clean room cleaning. So as you can see, the executive summary comes off to be clean. It's written in active voice, and it immediately lets them know that you understand. It lets them know who you are. It lets them know that you understand the work that needs to be done, and it lets them know that you are not only doing it alone. You have a team member or providers, subcontractors that you're working with. So all of this comes into a one-page executive summary without you having to break a sweat. And of course, the AI GovCon proposal builder will continue to ask you questions to take you down the proposal. So I can say yes again to the technical requirements, and then it's going to go out and begin to tell me the technical ABC Ltd in collaboration with our local provider team is fully equipped to deliver janitorial and clean room cleaning services that meet or exceed the technical requirements in the solicitation. Again, these are the mechanics on how you can begin to number one, search for your contract. Either you're searching for the contract on sam.gov or you are searching for the contract on sam search. Either way, you're going to come about a contract, and that contract could be the contract that you would win because when you find the contract, you can now use ChatGPT to break it down to your understanding, and you can also use ChatGPT to find a potential subcontractor that can do the job. And after that, you're going to write a proposal and submit that proposal over to the contracting officer. This or these are the mechanics of submission, especially if you want to use AI. By the way, guys, that's all I have for you today. Like this video again, subscribe to the channel, and share it with somebody who you believe is going to get some value from it. But with that being said, have a fantastic night.